love of music, I attribute that to my mom, because she grew up on the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Elvis, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. So those artists I was exposed to early. And in listening to Michael Jackson, I realized that not only am I hearing this music, right, but I'm actually feeling it. So that was my first taste of what music can do to you, to somebody emotionally, right? How it can drive you, how it can make you feel certain things. And so that's how I fell in love with music. The exact moment where I knew I wanted to DJ was in high school. I was a junior, I remember, and I'm a big sports fan. Was supporting all of our high school teams. And during the basketball games, I forget his name now, I feel terrible, but we had a senior who was playing music during the warm-ups, during timeouts, during halftime, just like any NBA or college game. And I thought, wow, that's so cool. I went to the coach after one of the games and I said, hey, once he graduates, who's next in line? Because I would like to be considered for this. He goes, you got it. I'm like, sweet, let's go. So, before I even owned a set of turntables or CD players, I was sitting there editing hip hop mixes on my double cassette stereo, playing one side, recording the other side, making sure to fast forward through the bad language for the high school. When it was time to play, I was ready, and people were digging it. After high school, went to college at University of Maryland, wanted to continue DJing, so I thought to myself, what's the best way to get in? So I found out that fraternities and sororities have parties every single weekend, every single Friday and Saturday at least. What's the best way to expose myself to the bosses, right, to the heads of these fraternities? And I found out that they have monthly meetings. So I made, I think it was 22 or 23 mixed CDs. I made business cards. I put a business card in each CD. I contacted the head of the board or whatever it is, asked him if I could have 5 minutes at the next meeting. And so he said yes. So I passed out my CDs, my cards. I said, guys, I'll do $75 for the entire evening. I don't care. I just want to play music. And lo and behold, I started getting booked pretty rapidly because of that. I like to think it was from my talent too, but I mean, $75 and fraternities, sororities, they're on a budget. So next thing you know, I was booked every single Friday and Saturday in Maryland, doing different fraternities and sororities. And that's when I got my first real taste of having gigs, having paid gigs. Joining EE, that's when I was really, I don't want to say forced, but I was like, well, I got to do this because I want to grow some more. I want to start doing international. I want to start doing Latin. Study the music, listen to the music, feel it, and once you feel it, that's when you can start practicing with it and mixing together the songs that you like, and hopefully the crowd is feeling it. If you're asking about my favorite hip hop party song, I would have to say "This Is How We Do It." That cold start too. I mean, like, this is how we, I'm not gonna sing because that's why I DJ, but that cold start where he just sings, this is how we do it. And it's not just for me. If I'm at a club, playing in a club or playing at a wedding, those first few words are just so recognizable and so familiar. And something I've learned over the years is that if you really want the crowd to buy into what you're doing, I mean, yeah, play the songs you want to play, but you got to keep it familiar to a certain extent. You got to give them something to sing along to. I was born in DC, born in Washington, DC at, I forget the hospital, but it was on Thanksgiving Day in 1983 in DC. My parents moved here in 1977 from Lebanon. During that time, there was a civil war, so it was not the safest place to be. So I'm really thankful that they came here and gave me and my brothers an opportunity to kind of just live this American dream and move forward without any obstacles of war or famine or poverty or anything like that. And I'll be honest with you, when I was younger, I did not embrace my culture because I was an outsider. I was the guy in school bringing shawarma for lunch and not peanut butter jelly or ham and cheese sandwich. And did I get made fun of? Absolutely, I got made fun of. Did it hurt? Yes, it hurt, definitely did. But kids are cruel and kids are stupid. And I was once a kid and I was once cruel and I was once stupid. So I dished it out, I took it, it's okay. You know, as you get older, you learn to embrace it and you learn to see the value of, you know, your knowledge and bringing those different cultural aspects to life here in America. And pertaining to music, I'm grateful for it because it's exposed me to different instruments, different arrangements, different artists, different ways to perform. I've gone to concerts in Lebanon and see how they do it. I've gone to weddings in Lebanon and just, you know, the more that you're exposed to, I feel just the more that you can provide. The more knowledge you have, the more that you can give. You could take, my dad used to say, don't try to be like one culture or don't try to be like one person. Take the best things of everything you've learned and put it all together and put that out there. And that's what I've tried to do.